And the next few artists on my list might surprise you. First one is, lately I've been getting a lot of comments asking about my musical influences. So today, I'm going to share to you my musical influences all the way back as far as I can remember. If you're new here, I'm RIKKI and I'm a rock guitarist. Let's go back to my childhood, like when I was 7 to 10 years old. My dad loves music and he loves classic rock. The ones that I remembered the most was Deep Purple, Joe Satriani, and Neil Sean. Those are the music that he played a lot, and probably they're like Led Zeppelin or so. 2008, I call it a music ears forming year. That's when I discovered Orianthi from Michael Jackson, This Is It, and I was obsessed with her. Like, I was obsessed with her music, her style, her stage presence, and literally everything. So yeah, I was really into her. I was like studying all her looks and all sorts. And apart from that, I was briefly into pop music as well. I think it was when I was 13 or 15, Glee happened. That was when I was introduced to a lot of like old classic favorites such as like Endless Love, Madonna, Whitney Houston. I mean, I know who Whitney Houston is, but so thanks to Glee, I know much more catalog of music, and it's music and drama, so it's perfect. I was briefly into Muse as well, the Second Law album. Fast forward to college years, that was when I was 19, 20 years old. So I think this is a time where I developed my inner muso. I guess you can call this an inner muso formation. So during the first year of college, I was really into Liquid Tension Experiment, the album LTE 1 and 2. My ultimate favorite was When the Water Breaks. It's like a good 17 minutes of goodness. And so which led me to the discovery of Dream Theater. So my favorite Dream Theater album is 6 Degrees Inner Turbulence. And my next in line is A Dramatic Turn of Events and the self-titled album Dream Theater, and of course The Astonishing. I also got into John Petrucci's music. So I started listening and learning some of his music from Suspended Animation. I learned how he played, I got the book, and I actually like studied how he sets his tone and studied how he played the music, and also studied his Mesa M settings. I literally listened to all the interviews on YouTube, which I spent a good few years in studying his music and how he played and his guitar tricks. If you're into lifelong learning and you want to learn from the best, the place to literally learn from the best is from Masterclass. Masterclass is a platform where they get the best people from their respective field to teach you how to do certain things. With just $180, you get full access to all the classes for a year. For example, you can learn the soul of the guitar from the guitar god Carlos Santana, or you can learn the philosophy of live performance from Tom Morello, or simple things like how to poach eggs from Gordon Ramsay. For more information, check out the link in the description below. Just so you know, they are affiliated links. And next we have Keith Urban. I absolutely love the album Fuse, and the next one, the band Chicken Foot, is literally 4 of the best and most well-known musicians and artists from the rock world come together and form a band and name it Chicken Foot. It's made out of Chad Smith on drums, Joe Satriani on guitar, Sammy Hagar on singing, and Michael Anthony on bass. So it's amazing. I was briefly into John Mayer as well, the album Born and Raised. And the next few artists on my list might surprise you. First one is Celine Dion. I remember falling in love with how the whole production came together and how everything just falls in the right place. The dancers, the lights, her showmanship. She's just the best person to show you how to put on a good show. I had a DVD, A New Day concert live in Las Vegas, and Taking Chances World Tour. I watched both of them so many times. It's just amazing. I even got her compilation album from my parents for my birthday. I got to learn who her musicians are, like Andre and Jean the violinist. I think that's how you pronounce a French name, I guess. And I think we're friends on Facebook, and I was really lucky to see her live in the O2 Arena back in 2017. And then briefly later, I was into musicals, like Wicked, Motown, and also during my college years, I was also playing in my local church, which we were playing a lot of Phil Wickham, Elevation Church, and Martin Smith. That is my inner muso forming years. Then I began appreciating much different genres of music, especially jazz. I was into Brian Culbertson a lot. I still am. I still listen to his music. Snarky Puppy. That's when I discovered Mark Lettieri. He's amazing. And Dirty Loops. I briefly got into the world of film score. I think that was like when I was about to head to the university. I was into Brian Tyler, a little bit of James Horner and Hans Zimmer. Yeah, but mostly Brian Tyler. He's amazing. And of course I saw Brian Tyler live at the Royal Festival Hall. And also I was kind of into Matt Cynic as well, which Brian actually did all the crazy beats and EDM stuff. And I was into David Foster as well, the newer stuff, and Marillion. I love how they write these songs. I love how Marillion tell these stories in a very musical sense. And I was really into the guitarist tone. Steve Rothery, his tone is just amazing. I tried to copy Steve Rothery. And we have Pliny as well. Actually, I knew him since I was college, but I wasn't really into his music, but I started to appreciate jazz and fusion much later. Also, we have the present time, which is Toto. I mean, Toto was around for a long time. I mean, I knew them. Of course, I knew the music, I knew them, but I just started to appreciate like their live performance much more right now, because their studio album and everything is great, but have you seen their live stuff? And one of my favorite albums is 35th Anniversary, Live in Poland. All of the songs are great, and then what they play, the arrangement, and they had Nathan East on bass. The whole show is just amazing. Of course, now I'm into pop music. I think Dua Lipa is amazing. She's an amazing artist, amazing singer, very well produced as well. The album Future Nostalgia, and I'm really lucky to have seen her live at the Brit Awards, which is amazing, and I almost cried when I see her. And of course, not to forget John Mayer's Sob Rock. It's making me sob. But yeah, John Mayer writes amazing music, so very catchy tune. And yeah, I would love to see him live as well. Probably one day actually play with him. I might not want to play with him, he's a little bit too intimidating, but he's funny. He's got a few dogs. Anyway, this briefly sums up my musical influences and what I think is who am I now, my music and how I play and how I listen to songs and how I break down songs. I think it's the result of all the artists, all the musicians that I mentioned, and of course I don't think I've mentioned all yet. Probably this is what's in the back of my head. And be sure to check out my rock guitar playlist cover right here, and you might be able to identify the few influences that I mentioned. Till next time, bye!